Up on my roof on the day of the solstice. Only problem being it's 2 in the afternoon, so I should have been up here at 1 in the afternoon, which is sundial noon. And the reason I'm up here now is because it has been overcast, no shadows until now. Now the weather cooperates. Wah. I'm up here to recount the old story about Erathsonies, 240 BC. There was a city in Egypt where the sun shone all the way to the bottom of a well on the solstice day every year, and so that meant you could look in the well and you could see the sun at the bottom of this deep well shining back at you off the reflection off the water. So that meant the sun was directly overhead. Erathsonies was the chief librarian up in Alexandria, which is as Greek a city as you can imagine. Yeah, Cleopatra would have been there because she was Greek too. But that's a different story. So, what he did was he said, oh, look, we are 500 miles north of the city, and he knew this because he double-checked. He had a professional walker walk it off for him. Never mind that it was probably a little bit inaccurate because the city of Alexandria wasn't exactly due north, so there would have been a bit of a diagonal. And how accurate is a walker? So probably the two differing measurements kind of averaged out and made it right. But what he found was he was 500 miles north, and his city on the solstice day had a 7.1 degree angle by the sun cast upon an obelisk. Call it a really big sundial. So what he did was said a little bit of geometry. That means the angle is 7.1, therefore it's 1/50th of a circle. Therefore, take the 500 miles, multiply it by 50, and you come up with 25,000 miles. That's the circumference of the Earth to within a fraction. Genius. With sticks and marks on the ground, he knew, with a little geometry, the circumference of the Earth. Take that, flat earthers. Yeah, that's my planetary air conditioner gleaming in the sunlight. Well, not all of it's gleaming. There's a few that need a bath. And on this day, 2,260 years ago, that experiment was done. How cool is that? And now the clouds come back. Now no more shadow. But what I was going to do was, I'm here in Florida at about the 30th parallel. Not going to tell you exactly where, because I don't want to dox myself. I figured, okay, what I can do is go south, and 500 miles, I can do that. Might have to do it on separate days, but close to the solstice, you're not changing the angle very much. So I figured that'd be fair. So where do I go from here? Unfortunately, where I'd have to go is somewhere between Key West and Cuba. Yeah, Tropic of Cancer is out in the ocean. Wah. So I can't do that. Or maybe I could say, okay, let's take I-75 and from Atlanta go 500 miles south, and I can do that. That'd be okay, but it just wouldn't be as dramatic, would it? Ah, well.